Hope you're doing good today. Hope today's a good day for you. I'm going to be doing a ghosted reading. So if you've been ghosted, doesn't really matter when. This is just the current energy. So it doesn't really matter if it was a year ago. Doesn't matter if it was 2 years ago. Doesn't matter if it was last week. This ghosted energy is just basically saying, okay, this person stopped talking to me for whatever reason. Okay, maybe they had a change of heart. Maybe they just went missing. Maybe they're talking to someone else. Maybe they're too afraid to tell you something and you're just wondering what is going on. Why was I ghosted? So if you've been ghosted, this is your reading, okay? You can be a masculine or a feminine in the ghosting energy, okay? You can be the ghoster or you can be the one that's been ghosted. Whatever floats your boat, okay? All right, so let's start. I'm going to get some energy cards that I wrote first, and then we're going to get into more, okay? These are ones I just wrote. Hi, everybody. Good to see you guys coming in. That's awesome. Yes, please like and subscribe if you haven't already so you can be notified of my next reading. Don't forget that bell icon. That's what it's for, so you can be notified. It doesn't have to annoy you on your phone or make alerts. You can turn off your alerts. But if you are notified with the bell, it will show up at the top of your feed. So whenever you do come into YouTube, it will just show up at the top. All right, so overall, we have a deep connection and I'm learning my path. So those are the top 2 cards at this moment. Obviously, with the twin flame soulmate, kind of relationship, you're going to have a very deep spiritual connection. You're going to have a lot of similarities, and you're going to have a lot of very big differences. It really just depends. The whole I'm learning my path situation, I honestly feel like your person is trying to find their way, very hermit mode. So could we just go ahead and say Virgo energy and Scorpio? I think Virgo and Scorpio are really heavy into this reading just so far based off the 2 cards that I'm seeing. The energies are really prominently showing that, okay? Of course, a deep connection can be any of the water signs, so definitely feeling Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But Scorpio really stands out the loudest, to be honest, with the Virgo energy, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this deep connection. Spirit, please connect me with this message, with these cards. I want to know what is happening in this relationship where someone has completely ghosted another person. I want to know why and what they're up to. Please show me why and what they're up to, please. Why did they ghost? Okay. So we have a couple cards here, and then the bottom energy. All right. And what are they up to? What are they up to? Show me this relationship. What's currently going on in this ghoster's home and situation? All right, so we have a lot of earth. We have 9 of Pentacles, which, by the way, is very Virgo. All right, the other cards that came out is a 10 of Pentacles, more earth. Then we have the King of Pentacles. Strong earth symbols right there. So definitely this Virgo's really popping out. Then we have Leo Strength card. Could be a Virgo Leo cusper. Okay, then we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Lots of Capricorn too. Then we have the 10 of Swords. And last, we have the Knight of Swords, okay? So overall, right now, kind of what I'm looking at on why this person ghosted you is it was kind of too hot to handle. Page of Wands, 2 of Wands, 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, all your wishes coming true, okay? This person really just was like getting everything they wanted. It felt almost too good to be true. It was hot, it was sexy, it was connected, it was deep, it was just, oh yes, they could feel it in their gut, all right? They just felt it. They felt the passion in their heart. It felt alive. It just felt really, really good. And that's this Nine of Cups. This felt amazing in your relationship. I do think you guys met rather quickly, or at least when you started dating, it was rather quick. The relationship went from 0 to 60 on a dime, and it just was super fast. And then all of a sudden, this person walked out, Two of Wands, because it kind of talks about the path 2 times. To be honest, the reason they ghosted you here is I'm learning my path. And this card, Two of Wands, clearly states the path. Okay? So this person had to ghost you because it was part of their destiny. It was part of their path. It was something they had to do. I think there's still an attraction. I think there's still obviously a deep connection for sure. Okay? Now let's get into what's going on in their life right now. We have the Nine of Pentacles hovering over the Strength card. Right now, this person has to work really hard to take care of themselves. Okay? Whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or financial. Right now, your person is experiencing some level of karma with these two energies. And it's just really hard for your person to stand up and just be who they're supposed to be. Very Virgo, very hermit, very alone, isolated. Would I have a sense that your person is isolated? I feel like they try to isolate by themselves. I also feel like your person is in a commitment of some kind. 10 of Pentacles can definitely talk about marriage or a union, living with somebody. And then the King is usually married, the King of Earth. So I do think this person has a connection, but is definitely in the midst of isolating. Okay, if that can make any sense to you. I think right now the relationship that they're currently in is on hold. Okay, with the Hanged Man and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like there was an engagement, but there was no marriage. Or if there was a marriage, we're talking divorce here. We're on hold. We're reevaluating this commitment. There's also maybe a blockage to a union. Maybe there's a deep, dark history that you guys have, and we're going to get more into that. But there could be something here just blocking their current union from moving forward. But what is going on with them right now is it's just too much of a burden possibly to bear. And my dog is barking. You know, I swear to the good Lord. Sumo! No! Sorry, I didn't want to get up. I'm in a blanket. It's freezing. Anyways, so whatever situation they're in right now, which is physically around them, and please, viewers, keep in mind that when I say physically around them, that's the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles would not represent you and their energy, period. And why is that, Steph? Why wouldn't the commitment of ours be on hold? Well, one, if you're ghosted, I don't think you're around them. 2, I don't think you're sharing any kind of finances or the same space. So I don't think this would talk about you. Okay, this is what's going on in their life right now as you're being ghosted. Now, if you're the cross watcher, and you're the one that has ghosted another person, then this is you. You maybe are that person that ghosted, and you're the one still in, a physical commitment somewhere, but ghosting some side piece. Okay, that may be what's going on. If you're the cross watcher, okay? But if you're not the cross watcher and you're viewing this and you've been the one that has been ghosted and somewhat betrayed here, we're going to get into that. And, your person is definitely around another energy of commitment. This could be a family. For some, it's a mom and it's a dad and it's siblings and they're living back at home with mom and dad, or they're living with a sibling. or something like that. And they could be living with their family, not necessarily a marital spouse. But I would say that would be a rare case, because with the King of Pentacles, it represents somebody mature, older, and in a mature relationship with another, and that is on hold. What?
I can't. I don't know what's to get to the medium. Bowser, the medium.
Okay. Daniel! Sorry, guys. That was probably really loud. I have the microphone plugged in.
He's not coming.
Okay. He is. I hear his feet. Daniel! Okay, can you go knock on their door? Because I'm working. I don't really want to be interrupted. Sorry. Anyways, let's just move on. So the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords for their current situation right now. This is definitely looking like betrayal. It is, I've met my demise, okay? Demise can be death. It feels like a death. Demise can be, I'm finished. I've been defeated. It's a very defeated kind of feeling with this card. You know, you've met the end here, and it's painful and it's difficult to deal with. The earth sign, you know, or like I mentioned earlier, could be a Scorpio even. We have Leo, Scorpio, and Virgo, very prominent, has been doing the betrayal for sure. Or to be honest, it's happening to them, kind of what happened to you situation. Let me get some more feelings here before I continue. I do think the person I'm reading for has been interested in space. The planets, astrology, maybe just astronaut kind of videos or documentaries, just videos of space, maybe about the moon, maybe about traveling in space, maybe looking at different theories, scientific evidence, aliens, you know, I don't know, just stuff like that. I think your person is definitely into that right now. That's their current vibe. If it's not them, it's quite possible it's you if you're viewing. But I am asking the tarot specifically, what's happening with this person that ghosted, okay? So I'm not really asking about the viewer right now. This isn't your personal reading for you. This is a personal reading for a person that did the ghosting. So I'm really going to try to hone in and harness that energy. If you're experiencing some of the same synchronicities and you're also in that energy, it could mean that that's your twin flame divine soulmate connection, that you and this soulmate are mirror vibing. Okay, so you're vibing what they're doing what you're doing. It's just a mirroring reflection of each other. So if you're also experiencing this, please know that your ghosting twin or soulmate is also in that energy as well as you. And that may make a lot of sense because you're thinking, wow, I've been feeling weird lately. I've been getting the feeling that I'm being watched, or they're with me, or are they doing the same thing I'm doing? I think that the answer is yes. I think they're doing a lot of the same things that you're doing, okay? What also is going on with your person is a business may be crumbling. A financial system may be failing. A job, career, whatever, may not be panning out very well here. They're feeling overburdened at work, stressed out, pressure, done, ready to throw in the towel, like they're just having a really hard time. And I know that because of Strength and the Ten of Swords. That, honey, is no walk in the park at all. This is not easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is life sucks. It's very hard. It's difficult to maintain. I don't even know if I can. I'm going to have to muster up every bit of strength that I have, okay, to get through this, because this is taking all of me. All of me. Okay, so that's what's happening in their life. Then we have Knight of Swords. We have someone that's driving around a lot in their vehicle. I don't know why, and I don't personally why during COVID. And if you're living around a lot of the Midwest, I mean, there's just freaking ice and snow everywhere. Why would you be driving around on the ice and snow? You know, like, go home. But it's not like that everywhere. But even if it's not, if you're across the world, we definitely have someone that likes to take late night drives. And this person does a lot of driving. They may even be driving for work, you know, long night shifts. I definitely feel this person gets 4 hours or less of sleep. And I do think this person is over the age of 40 or near the age of 40, okay? But I think this is a more King of Pentacles, mature person in age, okay? If everything else fits the bill but the age, you don't have to take that. But that's just the vibe I'm getting from this. This is definitely a well-seasoned, well-experienced in life person. This is not someone that just came out of the womb, okay? He didn't just come out of the womb and start experiencing hardship, okay? This person's been seasoned. He or she has been around the block. So anyways, what is happening with them is, listen, I don't want to freak you out, but I think maybe they're driving by your house, even though they've ghosted you. They are thinking with the Knight of Swords about you in kind of an obsession, not in a way where they're like posting pictures of you and like looking at the wall and just like crying and obsessing and rocking like a crazy person. No, that's not what I mean. I mean obsession to where it's every other thought. They start doing something and then poof, there's another thought of you. Then they get their mind on track with something else and then poof, there's another thought of you. And so that's what I mean. And it's like, you know, you can't get this off your mind. So even though they ghosted, there's still this, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking long and hard with the Hanged Man upright, okay? I'm thinking about my connection with whomever I'm around, and I'm thinking about us, and I'm definitely isolating and searching within, trying to make a better strategy about my future so I can take action on what's going to happen next. The ghoster is going to take a route in which there's a new decision to be made, and he or she is going to go forward with it. Let's get a message from them. Ghoster, can you please give a message to the person needing this message? Please give the person needing to hear from you. What is on your mind, please? Please share with me. Open up your mind and just share. What are these thoughts that you're having over and over again? Okay, I got 3 cards here. I had a song that came to me, and as you guys know, I channel through a lot of musics. Thank you, Mercury. I channel with a lot of music. And a song that just came into my mind with this is a song by, I want to say, shoot, I don't even know the name of the people. It's a country singer, and it's a hip-hop artist. I don't know the names, I'm sorry, it escapes me, but what I'm hearing is, I keep thinking about you over and over again. I keep thinking about you with him. And it's all in my head. Okay? It's all in my head. I keep thinking about it over and over again. I can't keep picturing you with him. And I feel so bad, or something like that. And I don't know, but I'm hearing the beat. That's what I'm hearing. So I think it's just the signature of this. Nelly, thank you so much. Nelly and some country singer. Who the hell was it? You know, whoever that was, okay? I just think that this, Tim McGraw. Okay, there you go. Nelly and Tim McGraw, over and over again. That's what the song that came to my mind. So yes, I think that's a confirmation that this person is thinking about you over and over again, but I don't necessarily think it's about you and another person. I think it's just the signature of the song that says, I keep thinking about you over and over again. That's why I heard that song. Okay? It's not necessarily the song's message. It's just that song came up saying, I keep picturing you and I keep thinking about you over and over again. That is what I want to take from the song. Okay? The card that came out to discuss what is in this person's thoughts are, I am angry and resentful. Okay? I have hard feelings about this situation. I'm not over this at all. I need more time. Okay? So your person is definitely going through some kind of resentment. And I don't know if it's with themselves or with you. To be honest, I feel it's a resentment towards you. And I'm not blaming you, and I'm certainly not saying that that's the conclusion, that's why this person is not talking to you. No, listen, okay? Your person is learning something on this path, period. And the reason they ghosted you is because they had to go on this personal path for enlightenment with 9 of Cups. This is all personal enlightenment. So please, if you're the viewer, do not take this personally. This is 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. It's personal to them, okay? Personal. And the 9-9, just is a total singleness. And even though they're on hold with some kind of a commitment, it's because they're thinking long and hard about their responsibilities and probably the lack thereof responsibility. So what your person is really thinking about is, I am angry at you. I am so pissed. About what? I'm going to get more into that in a second, but the other card that stuck out to me was the bottom of this deck, which is vulnerable. I'm feeling out of control. I'm scared, and I'm definitely sitting in an unknown energy. So your person is awakening. And to be quite honest with you, the Hanged Man is actually a spiritual awakening card. Okay? So your person is absolutely awakening. Oh, and by the way, underneath that I saw I need more time. I can't find it now, but I did see it. Anyways, there was another I need more time. So your person ghosted you. He needs more time. She needs more time. Whatever's going down. They have some kind of resentment situation. I will dive more into that. Bottom of the deck, though, the grass is not greener on the other side, is what's really coming about. And this is their thoughts. So during this ghosting, if you are sitting back and thinking they're just chugging margaritas and life is sweeter than a Georgia peach, you're wrong. They're thinking long and hard about you, even though there's a ghosting. They are definitely in a pause scenario. They definitely want to isolate. They're having a difficult time with the Strength card and the Ten of Swords. In their current environment, it's very painful, and it actually is very stressful. And if you think the grass is super green and lush, you're wrong. It's brown or yellow or non-existent, but it's certainly not better than what you guys had. And I think this person is definitely remembering the fights that you guys have had, or just one fight, or however this worked out, and thinking, oh God, when I leave this soulmate or this twin, I'm going to go off with this other person and it's going to be great and life is going to just be a bowl full of cherries, okay? It's going to be a bowl full of freaking cherries, and my life's going to be better. It's going to feel better. I'm making the right decision. I think that's kind of the energy your person had initially. Then they got actually into it and they're like, oh God, boy, was I wrong. Why did I think this relationship was going to be easy? Why did I think this next connection would be better? It's really not. And so I think your person is just recollecting and thinking back. And you know what? That's part of their path. And it may be stupid or cliche or corny or just how basic. But sometimes it's true. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Or you don't know what you have till you experience something else. You know, then you'll appreciate what you had. If you grow up eating steak all the time and having fine wines and just enjoying life, the lap of luxury, it becomes nothing to you. It's just another pot roast. It's just another food. But then when you become poor or you lose everything and all you're eating is bologna sandwiches every day or macaroni and cheese Kraft, I think you're going to start looking back and saying, damn, you know, life was pretty freaking good. I didn't realize how good it was. I miss that. And I think that's kind of, you know, not necessarily on the dot, but the scenario. Okay, I'm going to get into what they feel. So this is what your person who's ghosted you is thinking. Please, Spirit, show me what they're feeling. Can you just talk to me about your feelings, ghoster? Please discuss what's going on in that raging heart. What's going on in the feelings about all of this? Show me the true feelings that you currently have. Show me the feelings, please. Third party energies, the first card that came out. There's other people involved. You may not want to hear this, but your person has feelings for more than just you. Okay? And that's what makes this hard. And I think a lot of you that have grown into yourself, it doesn't bother you to hear that. You're like, I know there's other people involved. I'm okay with that. I've always known there's someone else involved. You know, and for those of you that are at that place, this is nothing to you. For those of you that are not used to this, or you're younger, or you're newer to this, and you're just bewildered or having a struggle, it's hard for you to accept this. And you may be the one having some anger and resentment also because of this. Either way, this is a lesson for both of you to learn. And I think the question I want to ask you is, are you okay that your person has feelings for more than you? You have to really come to a place of unconditional love, which is the deep connection, where you understand that it's possible for you to have feelings for other people, not necessarily all labeled the same and equal, but to know that you still have feelings for, you know, someone in your past or your high school sweetheart. Not necessarily that you want to marry them and grow old with them, but that those feelings are there. Maybe the attraction, maybe fond friendship memories, good times. Other connections are to be made. Not necessarily a deep connection, but a connection nonetheless. And I think your person is experiencing what it's like to have other connections and to still be okay and mature, that it's okay to still have connections with others. You're not asking them to snip those cords and cut it off. You're just saying, I understand. I completely see that. I'm okay with that. I'm in the same boat, and I understand that you're learning about the differences of your feelings for different people. Bottom of the deck here is, I keep asking myself, why am I doing this? I do think your person is having a difficult time understanding the whole scenario, and why do they have a deep connection with you, and why are they being led to some third party? Okay. And so it's like this person that has ghosted you is saying, I don't know why I still have feelings for the person I ghosted. Now it's all making sense for me as a reader. Your person is asking, even after I've moved on, I still have feelings. And I can't stop thinking about this person that I have a deep connection with. So now what? Right? And that's where your person is at in their feelings. And it's a feeling of frustration. And this is that Ten of Swords. I'm mad at myself. I'm frustrated with myself. I don't understand myself. I'm learning more. Hanged Man, I've got to grow up and learn about what I want, who I want to be with, do I want to be married, where do I want to live, what kind of family do I want to have. This is the Hanged Man and the Ten of Pentacles. Really thinking about your life situation. So your person is thinking about their life. What is it going to consist of? Am I going to have money? Am I not going to have money? Am I going to have this career? Or am I going to do something else? And there's this deep soul searching, which, like I said from the beginning, is hermit mode. And that's them learning their path. The last one we have is I want to talk and touch base. They're so tired of the ghosting and the distance. So tired of this, okay? So don't think that your person is just like, oh God, good riddance. We're ghosted. It's over. Peace out. Have a good life. No, they're thinking about you. They've still got some anger against you. They want to talk and touch base. Listen, can I just say something? For someone that feels like the person who's ghosted you hates you or is just really mad, I feel your energy. And there's somebody out there that feels that way. I think this person hates me. I think this person despises me. I think this person is really angry and resentful. I don't think you understand that this person's not okay with me. And for that person, I feel those vibes coming through the phone. I feel it. And I just want to say something to really touch your heart and go deep. So let this penetrate deeply as it can. You have to really love someone. I mean, really love them. Once you've been in a relationship, this is not about friends or enemies. Okay, it doesn't work the same with friends and enemies. But with lovers, intimate sexual partners, you have to really care about someone to hate them. To even be angry at them. Okay? Hate's a very strong word and I don't like to use it. But anger and resentment and let's just say disdain, you have to really care about them. They must have really pissed you off. And they must have really shocked you, surprised you, or hurt you in a way that you would only be hurt if you opened up your heart to someone and loved them. You understand? The only way you can be hurt like this is if your heart was open and exposed and it got damaged in some way. Whatever this person is experiencing, it had something to do with you. Now, if you're going to claim curly Sue innocence here, and you didn't do a darn thing, and you're an angel sent from heaven above, and by God, if there was a definition in the Bible that said angel, your picture would be right there in the dictionary, right next to it in Wikipedia, then this isn't your reading. If you are blameless and as innocent as a newborn babe and wrapped in swaddling clothes, then this is not your reading. Okay? If you're in a place of enlightenment right now that you feel you've purged and cleansed and you're blameless and you're purified and you're a good-hearted, light-working, soul-catching, beautiful little sweetheart of a butterfly, this is not your reading. And to be honest, my opinion on that would be you have a lot of work to do. A lot. Because if you are thinking that way, you're very far from balanced. Because your yin and your yang is all fucked up. And that means you just have all yin and you're all fucked up. And that's why you're separated. I'm sorry to be blunt or honest or hurt your feelings. But if that is at the point of enlightenment that you're at, you have a lot of work to do. A lot. And that is why you are exactly here and very unbalanced. That's almost narcissistic. Okay? Moving on. If you can get past that and get to a place where maybe you did something to offend your partner with intentions that were not to push them away, but to just express your honesty, and they judged you in such a way where they experienced you in a bad light, and you did not mean to come across in a bad light. It's almost like, let's just example, there's a woman that loves her partner so much, and she wants to teach her partner, grow her partner, heal her partner, make her partner a better person. This is just an example. Obviously, her intentions are in the right area, but she has, in essence, become a controlling nightmare. And that is the experience of the other partner. And it is that in their light, the way they see that person is not of love and light and teaching and loving and kindness and growth or Empress vibes, but more of an Empress in reverse. They're experiencing someone being overbearing, controlling, obsessive, and unable to focus on themselves and just focus on them. And they're receiving it in a distorted moonlight. So they're viewing it as, you think I'm imperfect. You don't love me for who I am. You don't accept me. I'm not good enough for you. They have self-worth issues. You trigger things inside of them like unworthiness. You trigger things like they're stupid or they're ignorant or you're better and stronger and wiser than them, which may trigger childhood bad memories or, you know, whatever. I'm just using an example here. That is what I'm saying. And I'm saying that the way this person who's ghosted you is viewing you, whether it was intentional or not intentional, is that you did something wrong to them. You know, it's just like telling your kid you can't have candy for dinner. They freaking hate me. Matthew hates my guts. And I tell him, I'm sorry, you're not going to have the freaking box of chocolates for dinner and ice cream and freaking whipped cream and cherries. You're going to eat whatever I've cooked. And it is a shit fit. But again, I'm his mother. I can control him and do that. It's much more different in a relationship. But I'm not trying to ask him to do anything bad for himself. I'm trying to take care of him and make sure he's healthy and growing. But to the child, it may seem like you are an overbearing, mean Grinch that wants to just have a miserable, boring life. Can't you ever have any fun? Can't you ever just enjoy life's little decadence? Can't you just indulge this once? You know, you're a ruiner of fun, you know? And that's kind of the example I'm saying here. And I'm saying these examples because I don't want you to beat yourself up and think you did something terrible. You did something atrocious, and no wonder your partner ghosted you. No, I'm saying that in your innocence and in your love, this person views you as doing some kind of a wrongdoing to them. Okay? And they're just going through something. They've been triggered. Okay, if there's a ghosting, there's been a triggering. So let's just get that out of the way. Let's get that on the table and out of the way. You, person who's been ghosted, you triggered your person. Okay, so deed is done. There's no going back here. It is what it is. Let's see. We have, wow, I'm moving on, period. Pisces Empress. A little hard for you to take, I assume. Does not know story of my heart is broke. Okay, so listen everybody. I'm in the same position a lot of you are. I'm seemingly coming across forgiving, understanding, loving, and empathetic, and forgiving, and patient in my connection, okay, my twin flame connection. But it's not always viewed that way. It's just not. And it's not that I'm doing anything on purpose, but it can be misconstrued. If you've been recently heartbroken and ghosted, you might be able to blame that on Mercury retrograde. Okay, there's some pulling back, and there's some retreat, and there's some miscommunication. So that could definitely happen for a lot of people. But if it's been years or it's been a year or whatever, just know that they need their space right now because they're learning. Sometimes that person has to sit back, learn for themselves what's good for them. And I think whatever it is you called them on, and I'm going to ask here in a second, it was good for them. Now, whether you have nothing to learn or not kind of offends me. And I don't mean to be blunt or rude on my channel, but it offends me for people to think that you don't come off rude because you think you're a sweetheart. Sometimes your sweetheart self can come off rude. Believe me, I've experienced it myself, or I wouldn't be saying it. I think I come across as a sweetheart a lot of the time, but some people don't take it that way. A lot of you guys might be taking it that way right now, you know? So just understand, please, that there's differences in communication style, and that whatever energy you're in, this person took it personally and was triggered by you and ghosted you. If you were what you view yourself as, which is sweet, loving and light and kind, would someone want to get away from you? No. But here's the deal. Light attracts light. Darkness cannot be where light exists. If someone is bringing the light to a situation, their darkness, their secrets, their wrongness, their shadow side has a candlelight flickered on it, and all of a sudden there's a retreat. And that is the triggering. That is why people are ghosted. You've touched a soft spot. Thank you, Infinite, for that beautiful comment. I appreciate that very much. Bella, have a great night. Not my story. Okay, love. Thank you. Eva, awesome. Okay, so let's just figure out what it is you did. What do they think you did? I hope I explained that thoroughly without being too offensive. What is it this ghoster thinks that, you did to them? Why is this person angry and resentful towards you? Spirit, please reveal to me why this person is angry and resentful using these oracles. Why is this person angry and resentful? Oh my God, this is exactly what the fuck I just said in the spotlight. Don't tell me Spirit's not here in this reading and that this reading is not legit what I'm talking about. We just talked about light casting out the darkness, and that you had a light shining on whatever their shadow situation is. This confirms it, and by the way, that's a broken heart. And we have in the spotlight. You cast a light on them, which was revealing their brokenness. You gave them attention, and you pinpointed what their issues were. Whether it was addiction, whether it was a bad habit, whether it was a negative way of thinking, whether it was a shitty job, whether it was their imbalance, you pointed a light right there like a flashlight, beep, right in the spotlight on what their situation was, okay? In other words, you called them out on their bullshit. Did you call them out on their bullshit? Everyone who has been ghosted here, do you honestly feel like you called them out on their bullshit? Mr. Red Rum Gaming, your moderator is not doing her job. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I'm looking up. I don't see anything yet. Okay. Anyways, I'll keep a lookout on the messages to see what I see. Okay? All right. Transformation Queen, I feel like I did what he would do, Steph. What? You feel like you did what he would do? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Markers. Markers took care of that. Thank you. Oh, love you guys. All right. Well, let's get more into it. Cloud 9 is bottom of the deck, which, by the way, is more Scorpio. This is like 9 of Cups, 9 of Hearts, which is right here. 9 of Cups, 9 of Hearts. So bottom line, what you did was looked into their self. I think there's a person here that was selfish, or they only saw life the only way. Okay, so kind of one-sided. All right, and I think you cast a light on that and you said, you know what, you're very one-sided. You need to see things from a different perspective and a different point of view. And you cast it onto them that they're being a little bit selfish in their lifestyle choices. Maybe by being selfish and not taking care of children, maybe by being selfish and not taking care of their responsibilities and commitments with others, maybe their job, maybe their ex, maybe you, whatever it is, okay? You just said, you know what? You're not doing the right thing. And let me show you with love. I think it was with love because we have the 9 of Cups. With love and best interest, just to make them a better person. You just wanted to help. But what you did was show them their deceitfulness and their selfishness. And possibly, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it was selfish. And I think it was bad and poor behavior. Let me just channel here for a second. What I'm picking up is they were into their own lives. What they wanted to do, where they wanted to go, who they wanted to be. They didn't take in consideration your energy coming into the mix, which is 10 of Pentacles. They didn't take in consideration your children coming on board or theirs. They just didn't take in consideration the whole situation, the whole picture. It's almost like this is a package, and you're not taking on the package. You just want to cherry pick. You want to cherry pick your situation, and you want to cherry pick your experience, and that's freaking selfish. Because when you get involved with another person, 10 of Pentacles, you share a life, and sacrifices must be made, adjustments, contracts. How do you say, like, you give, I give. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to go with. You give, I give. So this has been very one-sided. We have manipulation. Oh, a third party. You also called out their third party bullshit. And we have a third party person who has been manipulating them like a puppet on a string. Don't tell me it's not a third party because it's come up twice. Okay. Again, confirmation. I'm not making this up. It's a third party. Okay. And if this isn't your situation, then it's not yours. But this is definitely a ghosting that there's a third party involved. If I can do another ghosting where it comes up that there's not, then I'll be happy to do that reading another time. But during this one, there is. Okay, so that, again, this just may not be for everybody. So I think you also called out a friend or a family member or a third party lover. And I think you kind of said something to the extent of your life is a sham. Your life is bullshit. It's Wizard of Oz, and the freaking Oz is behind the curtain. It's a show. It's fake. It's unrealistic. This is a puppet show. I mean, I know I'm getting Mercury. I know I'm getting manipulation, but what I really see is this is a puppet show. Okay? And this is a shit show. If I had a partner with a third party, I'd be calling them on that shit out too. And I think you're just like, you know what? It's all for show. It's all not real. Maybe your family life is just, maybe your family is fake. Your mom and who you are as a person, they don't accept you. And you called them out on that shit. There is a gentleman out there that I think is gay that I'm picking up on, that you definitely called out your partner and you said, you know what, your family doesn't accept you for who and what you are, and I'm calling them out on their bullshit. And this person's like, no, my family's good, my family's this, and you're like, no, I'm getting bad vibes. I get really bad vibes. Your family's not supportive. They're hoping that you're going to change. So that's a message for someone. Somebody else here that I'm picking up on is definitely where there's a third party that they're trying to be happy with, and it's all for show on Facebook. It's all for show on public and social medias. And they're just like, you know what? It's all good. My life is good. I'm happy with my life. My life is great. And you're like, why did you come looking for me? You know, and what comes to my mind, it's not necessarily a relationship, although I am picking up that there is a third-party relationship out there. But I'm also picking up a vision from a movie, Pretty Woman. And Edward had his circle of friends. He had Stewie, he had his lawyer, he had his business partners, he had his secretary and his girlfriends, and he had a pretty freaking good life. He was a millionaire, billionaire, whatever the fuck in the movie. He was rich, okay? And he went out looking for someone genuine like her. He was led. And when he did get led to her, she was very different. She was completely the opposite. The yin to his yang. She was poor. She didn't have an education. She was obviously in bad elements, being a prostitute, those kinds of things. You know, she was a wreck physically in the physical reality, but emotionally she was pretty centered. He was not emotionally centered, but he was physically centered, financially, you know, all that good stuff. So together, the yin and the yang made the perfect couple. His financials with lack of emotional control, and her strong emotional control but lack of financials, boom, the perfect yin yang, masculine, feminine, the perfect combination. And, you know, Pretty Woman, she also triggered Edward. She called him out on his bullshit. She said, now I know why you came looking for me. Your friends are cold. I could freeze ice on that guy's wife's ass. You know, everybody was fake. And she was just like, this is ridiculous. He got offended and he thought he couldn't do intimacy or relationships. And she told him, you know what? I want more than you to come stroll through town and provide for an apartment for me. And, you know, I'll see you once in a while, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of get up. She kind of just told him, you know what? Screw that. I want the fairy tale. I want to, you know, basically be married. I want to be your wife. I want to have your children. I want to live with you. I want to be your partner. I want to share my life with you. I'm not ready to just be a friend with benefits. You can take that shit somewhere else. And she triggered him. And anyways, they had a quick breakup and they got together very quickly. Okay, they got together very quickly. So it got fixed, okay? I'm not saying your situation's going to be a movie and it's going to get fixed, but it's the essence. It's the essence of that movie. And it's just like, you know what? Okay, you triggered him. Get it. Whoever it is, you know? This was a triggered relationship. They're learning, just like Edward had to go off by himself and learn, and shit's going to make sense. Thank you, Kiara King, for the $5.55 on Cash App. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Okay, so now we know what you called them out on. Let's see what's going to be happening here in the near future. Spirit, what kind of actions do you see for this couple that's in a ghosting situation? What do you see in the near future? Does their relationship have a shot? Does it have a chance? Is this going to come out of anger and resentment? Show me, please, the person who's ghosting. What's this gonna look like? What's this gonna look like? Whoops. So I have an Ace of Wands for those of you that want to see, which is a passionate, brand new start from the heart. It's a very nice, happy, you know, dedicated, desired new start. Over here we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which is actually a good sign. It means this person's not going to be able to keep up the charade. He's not going to keep juggling, or she, okay? This person is not going to keep juggling. This back and forth, back and forth. Remember, I want to talk and touch base. That's how they feel. So in the future, there is going to be this, I'm going to quit. Now, For some of you guys, this is going to be a timing card that's going to be very important. If you guys have been separated for about 2 years, or you've gone through some kind of a 2-year mile marker of some sort, since maybe you guys have had 2 years of trouble, or you've known each other about that time, I feel like this is a marker that 2 years is about the time that it takes for this person to get back on track. It's not going to be for everyone, but for someone, I definitely feel like it's 2 years before they get back on track. Okay. The last one here on the bottom is the moon, and then we have broken karmic cycles. So I have 3 going down over here, and this is the bottom. The moon card talks about feelings and emotions coming to the surface. They're scary. You don't know the whole story, but they're coming up. And the moon can talk about confusion, but it also talks about emotions and thoughts that are rising from the deep, and that is the crab coming out of the ocean. And the 2 pyramids talk about a spiritual testing, but they also mark twin flames, divine soulmates. And look at the wolves at the very top of the pyramids, howling to the full moon, trusting their instincts, the wild side. And this is your instincts play a bigger part. So I do think this person and you in the future are going to be led by your instincts, led by your heart, led by your emotions. Cancer vibes, Scorpio vibes, Virgo vibes, and that's just an Aries vibe. But bottom of the deck, broken karmic chains. I like that because I think the outcome for this ghosting relationship is you guys will defeat the karma that is on your learning path. So the karma will be dealt with. Now I'm going to pull 3 from the bottom. We have 5 of Swords and 4 of Swords. So there's going to be some trouble. There's going to be some arguments, some fights, some disagreements, some struggles. But then there's going to be peace, rest, 4 of Swords. So it's almost going to get worse before it gets better. And that's kind of the storyline about breaking up this karma. Okay, so let's get an oracle. Spirit, show me where this is headed. Show me where this is headed from this person. And don't forget, because I know you guys forget how this person feels about you. They feel torn a little bit, the 2 of Pentacles. You know, there is somebody else. And they've tried to move on. They've tried to be happy. They're trying to be focused somewhere else, but they're not doing a very good job. They really feel you still, and they feel deeply connected. And they do ask themselves a lot, why are they pushing you away? Why are they ghosting you, in other words? And deeply, they want to touch base with you, okay? But remember, how they're thinking about you is they have some hard feelings. They're not over whatever was going on. They're not done yet. Hanged man. It's a pause. They feel a little bit out of their shell, like a little hermit crab without a home. They're very vulnerable right now in their emotions and their thoughts. Mercury retrograde, right? And they're just kind of feeling like, God, I messed up. The grass isn't greener. So yeah, they're thinking about these things. They're replaying your conversations. They're thinking about the past. It's obviously Mercury retrograde. Of course, they're thinking about the past, but they're just reviewing their life with the Hanged Man. So let them go within. Let them isolate. Let them continue to do this. You guys have a deep connection, and I do see a new beginning for you guys. That's going to break up the karma. So let it be natural. Go with the flow. Spirit, where is this relationship headed? Where is this relationship headed, please? Show me the relationship and where it's headed. Ooh, guidance and attraction. And this is all law of attraction in this card. You already all know the law of attraction, I hope. What you think about, you bring about. What you speak will become your reality, and what you feel will become real. Okay, so remember the law of attraction. Also feng shui, the way your home is, your chi energy and your actions play a part, and your visualization. Your energy, your mood has a lot to do with this. If you're Eeyore, this is never going to come to fruition. If you're angry and you're the little angry teapot, okay, it's not going to come to fruition because those are low vibes. They don't create. They push away. They push away. If you are in a different vibration of joy and happiness, that's going to bring more to you. Okay, it's gonna get you on the right plane for this to work out. Okay, I just want to make that clear. So you're being guided to maintain your energy. All right, we have a lighthouse here, which could be a sign for some of you guys. There's a lighthouse guiding you in the right direction, so listen. Sage, this is Sage. I'm loving it, the number 24. It's about time I get a different one. I always use these, and very rarely do I get different ones, so I'm glad. Guys, valuable advice is being offered today, but it may not be in an obvious way. Learn through observing more closely the examples of others or exploring the foundations and structures of what you're focused on. An authority figure is energetically connected with you and has a great deal of bearing on the present. Be on the right side of the law and be very careful with contracts. And you might also find those in positions of power above you will have a great impact on your concerns. These should be favorable for you. You may be prompted to find a mentor, a teacher, or a counselor to help you move forward at this time. So I think this is some really good advice for those of you that are ghosted or even being the ghoster. The advice that Spirit wants to give you is you need to find a mentor. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Be it tarot card readings, be it a spiritual guidance counselor, be it an actual psychologist or counselor, be it some kind of a guru or spiritual teacher, or, you know, even a legal person, okay, that can advise you legally on matters. I think that this is going to come up in your business life, and it's going to come up in your spiritual life, and it's going to come up in your relationships. You need a guidance, period. Now, you can follow people with the glory of today off YouTube. You can find someone that you want to follow. There's a lot of good psychology channels. There's a lot of good relationship life coaches, I guess, on YouTube. And there's a lot of psychics, and there's a lot of tarot card readers that can help you with that also, and meditative gurus, okay? Yogis. Sadhguru is really good. I love Sadhguru. Deepak Chopra, can't say his name right, obviously. There's somebody else I can't think of, but he specializes in different kinds of yogas, especially Kundalini. So you can look into that. It's a lot of sacred energy. Even, you know, whatever. So I think that's what you need. I think you need to talk to someone. And I think you need advice. I also feel like if you're going to be dealing with a legal matter, that you're going to need to talk to a lawyer. There's a lawyer or someone that you're going to have to talk to. I think your person may also be needing some consultation. So anyways, that's going to be coming up. Let's get a love oracle. Spirit, show me a romance angel for this couple in the future. Please show me the one that is ghosted, his or her companion. What's going to happen in the future? You deserve love. So this is a past life relationship. They've given you problems before. You are lovable. Both of you are lovable. Both of you are also going through this self-worth situation. It is what it is. You don't have to like it. You may think that you're fine, but let's open our ears and our third eye here as well. There's always work to be done. Even when you think you're healed and you're good and you're aces, there's more. There's more. Work on that self-love, okay? Because this, you deserve it, is kind of an issue in this reading. Whether you speak it, write it down, tell people it, there's this inner voice with the moon card. Do you believe it? Because everyone has skeletons in their closet. Everyone has secrets with the moon card, okay? There's something deep, deep down about you that I'll never know. It's hidden. There's things about your person that is deep, deep down and hidden. And there are these things that make us think we're not the best person in the world. That we've done screwed up shit. That we're not on point. That we could be better in so many areas of life. And even though we speak positive and try to think positive and try to act positive, and you're doing a good job, there's usually some part of you also that you wouldn't have a shadow side and you wouldn't be human. If that was the case, you must be an alien. But you wouldn't have a shadow side that has these fears and these doubts and these things. And I'm not saying that that's going to go away. I think everyone's always going to have this shadow side, this thing that they're going to take to their grave. What this is saying is you need to make peace with it. You need to look at that ugliness that you think is ugly, because some people may not even think it's ugly at all, period. But you're harder on yourself and you're your own worst critic. But there's something about you that is not very lovable in your state of viewing your own self. Even if it is unlovable and it is dark, I think the peace that needs to be made is you still deserve them. And you still deserve love. That you're not broken. You don't need glue and paint and fixing. You don't need improvement. You're not going to get to that illusionary pinnacle. And at that point of your life, then, and only then, you'll deserve love and love will come to you. And I think as humans go watching tarot and listening to readings about love and getting advice and basically what's out there in the world right now is self-love, self-care, and self-improvement. That's all really good, healthy information. And of course, there's always room for improvement. But something that needs to get drilled into you today is even without all of that, self-everything, lies a beautiful soul that is beautiful and good and sweet and kind and endearing. And you, right now, deserve love. It's not the fixed you that deserves love. It's the you today that deserves love. Whatever you look like, whatever you're wearing, whatever's in the bank account, whatever's happening to you, you today deserve it. There doesn't need to be any more fixing. And I think that's the guidance that you need to hear from your own higher self is I'm perfect right now. All the other stuff is just icing on the cake. All that other self-improvement, self-care, self-love just makes my life so much better and enriched. But as I sit here today, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth it tonight. I'm worth it now. I'm worth it and I deserve it. And I deserve to be told I'm loved. I deserve to be held. I deserve to be kissed. I deserve to be cherished. And I deserve it all. I deserve it. And I'm worth it. And that is turning your love light on. Turn your love light on. I got chills. That's the lighthouse. And I feel like I have tears just streaming down my face. Even though I'm not crying, it's the empathic energy I have, the clairsentience. I just feel tears and relief. And a burden being thrown and cast off of your soul. Because it's the truth. That's when you can turn this light on in the lighthouse. That's when the light starts spinning at the top. And like a little doo-doo, doo-doo. I know it's the sound effects. But like a little lighthouse is your beautiful little heart turning on and saying, doot, doot, here I am. I was in the dark. I was in the dark for a while. I wasn't ready to turn the light on, but now I'm turning it on. Lighthouse. And it's just you knowing you deserve love. It was that simple. But you were so engrossed into self-care and self-love and fixing and all this and that, that the lighthouse wasn't even on. It wasn't on. So anyways, that was the guidance. I think that's what needed to come through. I'm pretty much done. I think I'm going to get a Moonology card. Oops. Yep, and knock off every other thing on my desk as well. I'm going to get a Moonology and a Whispers of Love for the final oracles of this reading. Whoops. Okay. All right, chicas and chicos, let's see what's going on. Spirit, please guide me with this beautiful moon oracle. Give me a message about this unfortunate ghosting situation. Please give me a message. Hold your vision, my love. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. Fix your eyes on that vision, on that goal. Get your target in sight and hold steady. Hold your vision. Okay, we're going to read this. It's a fixed moon. And you guys know the fixed elements are Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, and Aquarius, and I think that's it. Wait. Yes, I'm sorry. I got stuck there. I'm like, what? Wait. Mercury retrograde moment. Okay, so let's find this. Losing my pickle. I am losing my pickle. I don't know if you guys have heard that one, but that's what I say. I'm losing my pickle. All right. So guys, there are two main possibilities with this card. The first one is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in, guys. The second, very different interpretation is that something may be stuck. That could be, well, referring to your situation, that whatever you're asking about, clearly it's the ghosting, and it does feel very stuck. If this is the case, you have to think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events can start moving. Are you being so stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. And we've been talking about self-reflection. This is very Virgo. Anyways, I know it's a fixed moon, but it's very Virgo. I got two messages with that were important. One, of course, your person is stuck and fixed. They're stuck in anger and resentment, okay? They're angry about a lot of things that they need to go in and fix. They're angry about themselves. They're angry about decisions. They're angry about everything. They're just, they're in a rage right now, self-inflicted. They need to get out of that, and they will, okay? You also need to get out of being stubborn, that there's only one way to skin a cat. There's only one way that this can actually work out, and it has to, happen in some kind of timeline. Don't. That this is the fixed energy that you both are in, and someone has to grease the wheel here. For you, because you can't really force other people to do things, for you watching and taking this advice, and this guidance is for you to let this go and open up an energy. Thank you for the $20, Stephanie Glass. Thank you so much for the Cash App. How are you going to open this up? By loving all the parties involved. Loving you is the first degrease, or I keep saying degreasing, but the first greasing is loving yourself and knowing you deserve it today. The second one is loving your person, absolutely, and forgiving them for their grouchiness, their stubbornness, and their stuckness, okay? Loving them and sending that good vibration like a light in the dark, like a beam of light, bzzz, right to them. Also, understanding the third party situation as if it were your own. Put yourself in their shoes and just imagine yourself in their scenarios and have some sympathy and some empathy and just make peace with it. Maybe even see what they could possibly love about that third party. I know that's hard for some people to do, but your person does have feelings for someone else as well. You and your person have a deeper connection. But the path that you need to learn is you have to understand why they care about the other person, because it may baffle you. It may completely escape your realm of common sense. This other third party may be a user, an abuser, may be abusive, could be rude and cruel and just terrible in your sight. But what about their sight? Do they have a different connection? Is that cruel, rude, manipulative person nice to them in some kind of way? Has that person supported them in some kind of way? Has that person been kind, helpful? There's a reason. And for whatever reason, they're there. And even if it's just money, I call that support. It's healthy for your soul just to go there and just make peace. Because I can guarantee you, if you can find something to like about that person, the shield and the fixed energy and the stuckness moves. It's like someone opens a window and fresh air comes into a very smuggy, muggy room. And it's just like someone changed the energy. Something shifted. We shifted in another gear here. We don't have them stuck in a deadlock and me stuck in a deadlock. We have someone that changed from the inside out. And that moves the whole scenario, and we can move again and we can flow. So I think, if that's some kind of advice, that's what came up for me. Okay? And it may be hard to do, but just try to do it. Okay? The Attune to the Moon energy of this card says, yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Yes, yes, yes. Just say the word yes a lot, and see how it makes you feel. Yes, I deserve love. Yes, we're getting unstuck. Yes, we're finally learning our path. Yes, we're moving forward now. Yes, I'm happy. See, all those things change your vibration and your energy, and those little vibes in the room turn on that light in the heart, and it just activates the heart chakra, which brings balance and restoration to the others. And it's just like, yeah, I needed this shift. I was feeling very stuck. Anyways, say yes a lot. The additional meanings of this card is staying power, faith or patience is also needed. Secondly, someone needs to back down. Someone needs to back down and have some kind of a compromise here. If it's not going to be them, by God, let it be you. Avoid stagnation in anything that you're doing. And fourthly, a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. And I think since I asked about you and your ghoster's relationship, not the third party, and you guys got this card for your future, I think that little message right there is your guys's, which is your relationship will be enduring. So this is not going to just go away, because look what's underneath past life relationship. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection here. Strong, very, very strong. And you got the Strength card, and you even have deep connection. Whoops. Oh, look what's under there. Stubborn in reverse, because stubborn needs to get moved. And you're my heart. And blocked. Someone's just blocking their heart chakra. Blocking their love for you. You blocking your love for them insequently. Just all of the above. In astrology, there are 3 quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed signs can be stubborn. So, and didn't I say Scorpio and, Yeah, I said Scorpio and Virgo, but I said Scorp and it's in there. So anything that's just starting as you draw this card will last a bit longer. So this is going to last longer. This past life relationship is going to last longer, and maybe even the stubbornness may last a little bit longer. Okay? Remember, we each have all the star signs in our chart. It's just the way the astrological wheel works for you. That's the difference. So there's no judgment when we say that while it's admirable how much staying power the fixed signs have, they can also be obstinate. So we obviously have some fixed sign people here. I think Scorpio would be the strongest of the fixed energies in your guys' vibration. And that could be your Jupiter or your Venus or your 7th house, okay? It could be your sun, moon, or rising, but that's definitely a strength here, is this deep connection, this strong Scorpio. And the obsession is really coming across as the Virgo. And the passion in your guys' relationship is really coming across with the Leo. So just know that things are working themselves out. Let's get the whispers of love, and this is the end of the reading. Spirit, can you give me a whispers of love card? Oh, and then I'll do a Southern Oracle. What is a whispers of love card for this couple? Bottom of the deck, love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. And I think the way you guys are about to turn on your heart light is going to change everything. All of a sudden, you guys are going to be embodied in the energy of love. Well, you're going to be embodying the energy of love. So I think that you guys are just turning it on right now. It's just, you feel it overcoming you, and it feels beautiful. We got these yesterday. I think I'm going to reshuffle again. Have faith and love is all around you. We literally got these yesterday. Let me give one more shuffle. That is so weird that came out. Sorry, I just don't like repeated messages here. Spirit, please give me a message for this couple that is in a ghosting situation. What kind of message can you give them about their love? Okay. Bottom of the deck is I love you. These are 3 very important words. Okay, so what can Spirit say about you guys? You guys really love each other. It's real. The love is real. It's very, very real. Mutual. The other one is number 32. Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength. Recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. And I think that definitely speaks about that broken karmic cycle. So you guys, your path right now is just looking at your relationship patterns. You may not think you have a pattern, but guys, you have a pattern. They have a pattern. So just look at it. Talk about it, write about it, see it, view it, whatever, just change it, okay? The number 32 goes to the number 5, change. Change your point of view. Look at her, she's looking in a mirror. See? She's reflecting. So that's that Virgo energy, that hermit, right? We're just reflecting, got it. We're changing. I also think an iris would be a very important flower for someone. It really talks about divine feminine energy. See that big, beautiful purple iris? If you have an iris, or they mean something to you, or you grew up smelling them, or just the sweet, fragrant smell of the iris, just talks about the sweetness of your soul. It's a very sweet, fragrant, loving soul. And once you do some reflection, it's all going to make sense. Look at the path in her head. Everything's going to make sense on this path. And it's going to flow into your life, and it's just going to feel good. You're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. And your person is also looking at their relationship patterns. And I think you should know while they're ghosting you. Remember how they're reflecting. With that Hanged Man going through an awakening, they are looking at their relationship patterns. So don't think that your person is not looking at it. They are absolutely looking at it, okay? And they're seeing the connection. And you guys are going to get a passionate brand new beginning from the heart, and emotions are going to come up. I don't see any communication in the near future about this, but I do see a change in your guys' attraction and light to each other. And I do see that the stuckness is going to shift. So that is what I see right now for the future, that it's going to be unstuck. And someone's going to finally make a decision and see the truth. And feelings are going to start to come to the surface very soon in the near future, okay? But there is a marker of 2 years here for someone, whatever that is for you. Spirit, give me a Southern Oracle as I leave this reading for the people that are in a ghosted relationship. Please give me an Oracle. Pot calling the kettle black, number 33. Hypocrisy, projection, similarities, blame, and introspection needed. We've been talking about the introspection. They may be calling the kettle black by blaming you. You may be calling the kettle black by blaming them. I don't know, whatever this means for you. But there is a projection that sticks out for me with this card. There's also synchronicities between both of you and your relationship patterns. There's also blame between the both of you, and there's some introspection that needs to happen that I think is happening. The hypocrisy is very loud, and I think the person you're dealing with is a hypocrite. I hate to call them out like that, but someone here, yeah, they're a hypocrite. And what they accuse you of, they do. What they make you sound like is actually them. Or it could be vice versa if you feel, you know, the shoe fits on your foot. I don't know. But there's definitely someone here that's just a big hypocrite about all of this. Bottom of the deck is, were you raised in a barn? Because this relationship has poor manners, lack of tact, discourtesy, impoliteness. Social grace is required. Yeah, I think this has gotten out of control. I think someone's been a hypocrite and they lack social graces. They have been out of line and they've been very disrespectful, and talk about poor manners. I think someone here does not know how to communicate like an adult. I think someone here is just rude and insensitive also. So whoever that is, wherever the shoe fits, that's who it's for. So anyways, that is your energy, guys. Hang in there. Turn on your love light. This is going to be a new movement for you, and I know that it's going to be a good one. I'm going to give you some quick little helpful hints for your journey, and then we're done. So I'm going to give you a message from the Divine Feminine with the Buddha Wisdom cards. Okay. And then I'm going to give you a Divine Masculine from the Buddha Wisdoms. Give some advice. Okay. For the masculine energy, we got, as long as you have unwavering faith, you are a truth seeker. And the masculine is what actions you take physically. The feminine one is, in the silence of meditation, you acknowledge the mistakes that you have made, and then you let them go. In the silence of meditation, you acknowledge the mistakes you have made, and then you let them go. We got two. It's stuck on here. I'm pretty sure. Some stuckness. I think the feminine just feels very stuck. Okay. Be the embodiment of peace and serve humanity. You are a Bodhisattva. Okay. All right, and then we'll get the divine direction and be done. Spirit, please give those watching this ghosting reading divine direction. What direction will you lead them on? Protection. You're not alone, people. You are being looked after by your spirit guides and your angels. Stop thinking you're completely alone in this and you're just doing this all by yourself. You're not. You're absolutely not. Bottom of the deck is focus. Again, we've had focus come a lot in this reading. You're in need of clear direction, guys, so decide what it is you want and focus, which is, by the way, a Virgo trait. Focused and attentive to detail. All right, well, I love you guys. Clearly your person loves you still, so love is in the air, okay? Stay strong, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, this love is a journey, not a destination, so just keep swimming, and I'll see ya. Be well, guys. Sleep well, and let those bubbles in the bubble bath take away your troubles. If you don't have a bubble bath, take a hot shower. Let those troubles go down the drain. Light a candle. Be at peace. Turn on your love light. Take the advice in this reading and love the third party as much as you can. See it from a different perspective. Get out of being stuck and just move. Move forward in your spirit. You'll start to see a change in life. Anyways, I love you guys. Lots of love. Bye.